Are you struggling with constipation on a GLP-1 medication? If yes, this video is for you. You have to watch it. It's so important. I wish more people were talking about this. Hey everybody, it's Allie. I'm on a fantabulous weight loss journey and hopefully you'll subscribe and come along for the ride. So I want to talk about constipation. Doo-doo brown. Let's talk about it. If you haven't watched my other video on the cure for constipation, definitely go check that out. It is one of my most popular videos for good reason. Let's get into constipation. So the part about constipation that not enough people are talking about is you have to get ahead of it. I cannot stress this enough. Every single day, I'm seeing people post in the support groups about constipation. They're struggling. They've got blockages. They end up in the ER. Please listen to my words. Probiotic is not going to be enough. Okay? It's not going to do it. If you want to take a probiotic, absolutely, by all means. But that is not going to cure your constipation. You need to be proactive, get out in front of it, and then continue to treat it. Okay? And I know, because I've been through this, that it's very tempting to be like, oh, okay, everything's fine. Like, some people struggle with constipation, but only on certain dosages. You need to get out ahead of it. Do not let it get out of control. Right? And I have told people before, based on my doctor's recommendations, that if you have not gone in 3 days, then you need to be aggressively treating it. Because the longer you go, right, the more likely it is that you're going to end up in the emergency room. And it's not fun stuff. It's very serious. We don't think about constipation as being serious, but on this medication, you can 100% get a blockage, and then they have to go in and do surgery, and guess what? They're going to take you off the medication. So you need to treat it seriously, and here is how you do that. I'm not going to bore you by telling you that you need to make sure you get enough fiber, right? We all know that. We know we need to be getting in fiber, whether you're doing fiber gummies, whether you're doing fiber-rich foods, whether you're doing a fiber supplement, whatever you're doing, you need to make sure that you're getting enough fiber. The second most important thing is you need to be tracking when you're going. And I know that that sounds wild, but I don't know about you. I'm a busy person. I don't remember the last time I took a dump, right? Like, was it yesterday? The day before? Like, I can't keep track of that. I got a whole bunch of stuff going on at work. I gotta make YouTube videos. I gotta edit the videos. I gotta do, right? Okay, doctor's visit coming up soon. Vet visit coming up soon for my doggos. Like, right? I've got a lot of stuff going on. So tracking when you go will help you to make sure that you don't run into a situation where you're like, oh my goodness, when was the last time I went? I don't know, it's been days, right? And now you've got a problem. Aside from tracking, you need to get out in front of it. There are a couple of ways to do this. Right? First and foremost is the fiber. Secondly, staying hydrated, right? We've all heard that. But also, you want to make sure that if you're going to do some kind of supplementation, for example, Mag07, right, which you can find on Amazon, link below, or if you want to do a magnesium complex, again, linked in the description box below, then if you want to go that route, then you need to be taking it daily to keep you regular. The other thing that you want to consider is if you are taking a magnesium supplement regularly, and it's helping you go, but then you find that you're constipated, you need to have laxatives and stool softeners on hand, right? You don't want to have to go to the store. If you're having cramps or gas or pain, right? You don't want to have to deal with having to get up and go to the store or having to wait on somebody to go to the store for you, whether you have a spouse or a family member or a friend or an Instacart, right? You don't want to have to wait on that. So have the items on hand. There are a bunch of different options. You know, it depends on where you're shopping, but essentially you want to make sure that you have a liquid magnesium citrate. You want to make sure that you have a stool softener of some kind. You can either do pill variety. They make them in chocolates. Be careful with that. You know, they make them as a suppository if you prefer that, right? Whatever works best for you, there are various options available. You will find in support groups that people make various recommendations as far as fruits that can be helpful when dealing with constipation. Prunes is the most recommended. And when I was not on this medication, I could eat one prune and be completely cleaned out. But now, because of this medication, I have to eat them on a daily basis just to keep things moving. So prunes are a great option. People have said that dragon fruit really helps them. If you're not familiar with dragon fruit, you can find it like at Publix. Just make sure that you're checking them and that they don't have any mold on the outside because they're not as popular of a fruit. You can also buy them frozen, which means that you're getting them at the peak of freshness. So that's a good option. They do have quite a bit of small seeds. So if that's not your thing, if you don't like that kind of crunchy, seedy texture, then definitely don't bother with the dragon fruit. I tried dragon fruit. I love dragon fruit. I eat them in smoothies and whatnot. It did nothing for me. But some people have reported great success. So you may want to give it a try. When in doubt, do not wait. Go talk to your doctor, right? I see people posting all the time in support groups and they're like, oh, I haven't gone in 7 days. I haven't gone in 10 days. No, honey, no. That's how you end up in the ER, having surgery for a blockage and having part of your intestines removed. No, 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 no. We don't do that. If you are having trouble and you're staying on top of things, you're getting out in front of it, right? You're taking your magnesium supplement every day and you run into an issue and you haven't gone in a few days and nothing is working, right? Stool softeners, laxatives, right? And also keep in mind, because of delayed digestion, that it may take 12 hours for those medications to kick in and start working. So be careful. Talk to your doctor about, stacking them on top of each other. Be aware that there may be a delay before they kick in. But if you're doing all of that and you're still not going, you need to drop everything and go to your doctor immediately. Do not wait. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You need to go to the doctor. Because again, we're trying to avoid ending up in the ER with a blockage. So you can try Linzess. There are other prescription medications that they can give you to try to help keep things regular, but treat it seriously. It's a serious issue on these medications, and people end up in the ER having to have surgery for blockage. It's not a joke. So stay on top of it. Stay out in front of it, and you should be okay. If you found this video helpful, definitely give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe. I'd love to have you along for the ride. If you're looking for a positive-only support group, I've got you covered. The link is in the description box below. And don't forget to go check out my constipation cure video, which I talk about specifically what you should be taking, what has worked for me, and you can give it a go. And as always, be kind, rewind.